Hello and welcome to this review of the Taiwan Beer Company's strawberry yogurt beer that's available for the 2021 Chinese New Year period. I actually had gone to find this at my local stores, plural, and found it nowhere. So I had seen it out in the store and I actually had to drive back and get it where I'd seen it originally. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with just pouring it out. All right, we've already cracked open the can here. It's a nice pink with strawberries on it. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. But as you can see here, because it's already been cracked, there isn't a ton of fizziness to it. When you actually just open it and pour it, there's a decent head that dissipates in about 5 to 10 seconds. Pretty standard for all of the Taiwan beer products, either traditional or flavored. So if you take a peek here, it's a little bit cloudier than your average Taiwan beer. It's not overly red, which you would maybe expect for a strawberry. It's just sort of a very natural color, a golden amber with a very slight pinkish tint to it. So with that being said, the nose, you could smell this. I mean, you could smell this from probably multiple feet away if someone even just had this. This is extremely clear. It smells exactly like a strawberry yogurt. It doesn't smell like beer hardly at all. There's a little aftertaste or sort of like an undercurrent to it that goes with a standard sort of like canned beer. Especially the Taiwan beer products all have a very distinct sort of aroma as well as an aftertaste that comes with them no matter what the flavors they've added to it. And it is in their mainline products as well. All right, so let's take a taste here. It does have a fizz in the mouth. It sort of like leads out with a very sort of, it's hard to describe because the very strong strawberry yogurt overpowers it very, very suddenly. It almost sort of has like a regular traditional Pilsner beginning that just sort of erases into what I would only describe as a spoonful of strawberry yogurt or strawberry yogurt milk, especially if you've been in Taiwan and have the strawberry milk products here. It's exactly what it tastes like. It's not too sweet. Even as someone who doesn't really like sweet, overly fruity beers, this is completely palatable. I think I could probably do maybe 2 or 3 cans of this in an evening, and I would call it very done. Flavor-wise, because I don't particularly want too much. And it feels like, as I'm standing here talking, that there's this sort of aftertaste that's just going to keep being there and keep being there and keep being there, which is, of course, the strawberry yogurt. With that being said, all of the Taiwan beers have this slight sort of, it's like a slightly bitter end to it, but this one's much more balanced, much more balanced than all of their other flavored beers have been. And so in that sense, it's a huge step up. I think that this would be a wonderful thing to have if you were not a regular beer drinker, because there is very, very little beer taste to it at all. Even people who don't like beer, before I filmed this review, I did hand off a can to them, let them drink it, and they thought it was great. So this is not syrupy, is a key thing, because a lot of these sort of flavored beers, especially with strawberry, can get very syrupy very quickly. It's not syrupy at all. It's not overly sweet, like I'd said. And actually, here on the can, they've actually included that it does contain real fruit juice, and it does contain some yogurt into it, and it does have has come in contact with milk products as well. So the thing about this, we're going to turn off this obvious green screen for a second here. The can is super cute. It's like a little strawberry girl, and she's swimming, you know. And you can see here that it's a cute, you know, jump in the water kind of thing. Very, very spring feel to it. The name is actually kind of cute. It's like sort of a play on words. Because of course it's like a yogurt and strawberry beer, but then they've made a play on words like, oh, there's a pretty lady over there, which I think is kind of fun. So overall, I would say that this beer is wonderful for the non-beer drinker who's just looking to kind of have something social. It comes in at 3.5% alcohol, which is pretty light for most full-size adults, or anyone who's, of course, of legal drinking age. Should be able to handle at least one of these cans without too much trouble. And if you're looking for like a novelty flavor or just something to sort of have around to maybe give to guests as like a showpiece, this is worth picking up. This was about $200 NT, which is just sub $7 US for a 6-pack. For Taiwan beer standards, it's actually quite expensive However, I think that for the novelty of it and just sort of picking it up and seeing that they actually have created a pretty well balanced product, maybe one 6-pack for the holidays wouldn't be the worst thing that you could do for yourself. I would say that overall, I would recommend this beer to friends. I would drink more of this, and I probably will end up buying at least one more 6-pack of it around the holiday time to do just that. So if I was going to give it a score out of 10, I would say between an 8.5 and a 9. The only thing that I wish it had was a bit more fizz when it's inside of the cup, and I wish that it had a little bit of a cleaner sort of aftertaste to it, that sort of like ongoing graininess. I wish they found a way to make that just not happen. Of course, with that being said, as it is now, it's already wonderful, and I'm looking forward to drinking some more. Until next time, go ahead and have yourselves a wonderful Chinese New Year, and if you've enjoyed the video, do follow and share it along with your friends. Bye-bye.